Requesting everyone to please stand up for our prayer, to be led by Miss Emily Tacno.
Let us remember that we're in the most holy presence of God, in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful day. Make all of us here in school safe and be productive whole day. Make us, the students, learn from the activities that we will have today. Make our teachers and school administrators share your zeal as they help us become better. We would like to ask you, dear God, to also keep our families and loved ones safe at all times. Mostly, keep our country from any harm as we face many challenges these days. Make all of us do things that will glorify your holy name. This we ask in Jesus' name, amen. In the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen.
Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Take your seat.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, who can recall our lesson yesterday? Anyone? Yes, Irish?
Our topic yesterday was all about environmental issues and problems.
Okay, very good. Can anyone give me an example about those environmental issues and problems that we discussed yesterday? Yes, Irene?
Climate change.
Another answer. Yes.
Air pollution.
What else? Yes?
Global warming.
Okay. Now in our school, what do you think is the most, one of the most environmental problems that we are facing now? Yes, Vince?
One of the most important and one of the most problems in our school is improper waste disposal.
Okay, very good. So this morning, we will have our class debate on resolve, plastic should be banned. Are you now ready? Are you excited?
Yes.
Me too. So to start with our debate, I will now formally turn you over to our debate moderator, no other than Miss Mary Rose P. Magpulong. A hand, please.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of this class, I would like to give my sincere welcomes to our judges. It is with much pleasure that I stand here in front of you and be the moderator of this debate. To start with, I will present the mechanics of this debate. Kindly keep quiet and listen very well. The debate is composed of two teams with 3 members of each team. Each speaker, both from the affirmative and negative, will be given 2 minutes to give the speech. A bell will be heard once the speaker exceeds the time limit. After each speaker from each side, interpellation will follow. First speaker of the affirmative side versus the first speaker of the negative side. Second speaker of the affirmative side versus the second speaker of the negative side. And third speaker of the affirmative side versus the third speaker of the negative side. Rebuttal speeches will follow after the last speaker. Determine the winning team, the following criteria will be considered. Evidence, 25%. Delivery, 30%. Interpellation, 30%. Rebuttal, 15% for a total of 100%. To determine the best speaker, the following are the criteria. Reading skill, 25%. Poise, gesture, and voice projection, 25%. And skill in answering the questions, 25%, for a total of 100%. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the speakers of today's debate. Representing the affirmative side are its first speaker, Shine Queen Malon. The second speaker, Rica de los Santos. And its third speaker, James Rodel Vitalia. And representing the negative side are its first speaker, Glenn Paran. The second speaker, Glony Jo Batiala. And its third speaker, Lara Dalili. And we have our timekeeper, Frank David Hermosilla. Are you now ready to hear their sides?
Yes.
So, let us begin. I now call upon the first speaker to introduce the affirmative case for 2 minutes.
To our mighty opponents in the negative side, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
We in the affirmative side is tasked to set the parameters of this intellectual debate. As such, we're setting and limiting the parameters and settings in this intellectual congress according to the following. This House believes that plastics should be banned, provided that, first, they are within the four corners of our school campus. Second, they are not recyclable. And third, if they are not biodegradable. In other words, if the plastic brought inside this honorable institution is such that it can be recycled or is actually biodegradable, then we do not oppose to its bringing or utilization. On the other hand, if the said plastic cannot be recycled or for one-time use only or simply not biodegradable, then we, the affirmative side, strongly oppose to the notion. First, let us define what is recyclable. Recycling, according to Wikipedia.com, is the process of converting waste materials into reusable objects to prevent waste of potentially useful materials, reduce the consumption of fresh raw materials, energy usage, air pollution from incineration, and water pollution from landfilling by decreasing the need for conventional waste disposal. For the purpose of this intellectual debate, plastic recycling, for the purpose of reusing it in any other way possible, is our command. Next is what is biodegradable. Biodegradable products, according to greengood.com, has the ability to break down safely and relatively quickly by biological means into the raw materials of nature and disappear into the environment. These products can be solids biodegrading into the soil, which we also refer as compostable, or liquids biodegrading into water. Biodegradable plastic is intended to break up when exposed to microorganisms. A natural ingredient such as cornstarch or vegetable oil is added to achieve this result.
Thank you for your remarks, first speaker. Now it's time for the first speaker of the negative side to ask his questions.
Why did you say that plastics are not recyclable or reusable? Are you sure about it? If that, why? Why am I using this folder?
So please let me clear the parameters now. The parameters I've set is that we will ban plastics that are not recyclable. We didn't say that plastics are not recyclable.
Any more questions from the first speaker of the negative side? Okay, so now we shall now hear the first speaker of the negative side to give his 2-minute speech.
Good morning, everyone. Banning plastic is a powerful, symbolic, political act that creates an image that this city, country, or school is green and environmentally friendly. But this image is false because banning plastics do more to harm than marginal environmental benefits produce. Plastics were designed to satisfy a needs. Thin plastics can do many things that paper, which is recommended as good substitute for plastics, cannot. Indeed, there are ways in which thin plastics can be more useful than paper. Plastics plays different roles of our lives. We are comfortable of our daily living because of the way how we use plastics. And most of the products that we consume every day are wrapped with plastics. Banning plastics here in school is not the reliable way to decrease garbage. But instead of banning plastics, we should advocate to all students how to reuse, reduce, and recycle. And try to look in different angles. Sometimes plastics can be arts and crafts, just like we have here in school, the eco bricks. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, first speaker of the negative side. First speaker of the affirmative side, now's the time to ask your questions.
So, I'm sorry to ask this, but have you clearly understood the parameters we've set? Because you said that banning plastics is not reliable, and we should teach students how to recycle plastics when we've already set in our parameters that we will not ban plastics if they are recyclable and they are not biodegradable. So have you understood the parameters we've set earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
So, no more questions. So next, let us welcome the second speaker of the affirmative side to deliver her 2-minute speech.
To my opponents to the negative side, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We, the affirmative side, firmly believes that plastics should be banned within the four corners of our school if they are not recyclable and not biodegradable. Now, why do we have to ban these plastics? Plastics are known to cause a lot of environmental problems. Yes, plastics are extremely durable. In case you're thinking of this as an advantage, just bring to mind an image of garbages that are randomly dumped within the four corners of Zambia City's Pool of Arts and Trades, and those garbages contains various kinds of plastics. Then what? We burn them up. Because reality is that some people, even inside in this honorable institution, are too slothful to get rid of them, or sometimes we don't properly segregate our garbages, so we come to think that those biodegradable ones that we burn doesn't contain any of this. And just a little trivia, a single plastic can take up to 1,000 years to decompose completely. Plastics can be recycled, but not as easily as paper bags. Again, plastics can last for as much as hundreds of years. In other words, long after you are no more, the plastics used by you will remain in existence. So instead of using those harmful non-biodegradable plastics, why not use those biodegradable ones that are available on our markets today? Ladies and gentlemen, these biodegradable plastics serves as our ordinary plastics that can be used as containers, forks, spoons, knives, cups, plates, bowls, protecting things from being wet in the rain and such other functions. Thank you.
So now we shall now hear the second speaker of the negative side to give his 2-minute speech.
Good morning to all people that are here, judges and audience and opponents and teammates and God moderator and everything. Okay, talking about plastics, I think we should use more plastics than paper. Let us try the example, bags, plastic bags. I would prefer to use plastic bag than a paper bag because plastic bag will be phased out over the 2 years, but people can still use it for vegetables and meat. Paper bags will cost 10 cents, while plastic bags will be free, even if plastic bags are more harder and toughly made than paper bags. Don't you know that the production of paper bags also gives off twice as much pollution, creates more waste? Okay, let's talk another kind of plastic. Using plastics is the same as recycling plastics, so the more you use plastics, the more also you are recycling it. And at the same time, you help to decrease the pollution in our environment. Department of Education Materialistic Law states that in our favor of using plastic than other substances. Why? Because they realize that using plastics or recycled plastic is better than using paper. Just like, for example, plastic chairs. Public and private schools are now mostly using plastic chairs because they know that using plastics is a big help. So, I encourage you all to use plastics.
Thank you for that, second speaker. Second speaker of the affirmative side, now's the time to ask your question.
Have you clearly understood the alternative solution that I cited earlier? If we're talking about cost here, why not buy those biodegradable plastics that are able to biodegrade and they didn't cost that much?
You do your own way. Biodegrade plastics, and I will do my own way also. I will recycle plastics. It's for the better life of us. Don't you know that some engineers now are using plastics in building their buildings? Because they realize that plastics are very interruption in our environment. So instead of biodegrading rather, we should know how to recycle plastics because plastics is recyclable. Thank you.
Okay, so are we done? Okay, now let us welcome the third speaker of the affirmative side to deliver his 2-minute speech.
Good day, everyone. Since my colleagues already discussed and shared to you some of our statements and facts that supports our purpose to this event, and that is to convince and hoping to have some supports from you guys, students and teachers in this campus, to ban the non-biodegradable plastics. Since nowadays plastic bags are commonly concerned, let me be the one who discuss of what the disasters that plastic bags that we are encountering now. Plastic bags pollute our land and water. Yes, we all know that this is a true statement. For plastics are so lightweight. Plastic bags can travel long distances by wind and water. We know OXAT is a school that is a part to coastline area here in Barangay Manicol. So there's no doubt that all students and teachers here are experiencing strong winds. And by these winds, there are some possibilities that some of the plastics that we are dumping and other students who are not throwing their garbage correctly, it's been blown away. Blown to the different ponds and also trees in Oxap. And we, humans, students or teachers, sure don't want to be that way, because plastics are harmful to wildlife and marine life. Plastics and their associated plastic pieces are often mistaken for food by animals, birds, and marine life like fish and crabs. So we have to avoid plastics.
Okay. Thank you, third speaker. Now it's time for the third speaker of the negative side to ask her questions.
As repeatedly said, if you just know how to recycle, do you think pollution occurs?
Do you understand what I've been stating a while ago? That the causes and possible causes of what may happen if we students and workers here in OPSAP would not dump the plastic bags in a proper way.
Any more questions? Third speaker? Okay. So we shall now hear the third speaker of the negative side to give her 2-minute speech.
Plastic products are everywhere you look. Probably, one of the biggest benefits of plastic is how lightweight it is. Plastic is so cheap compared to wood, metals, glass, and etc. that many people think we have too much of it. Plastic can take an absolute beating. In our classroom in Opal, we use plastic chairs and it's giving us pleasure because we can move it anywhere without hassle. But with the permission of the teacher, of course. Also that, plastic chairs doesn't require polishing compared to woods. You've probably reused an empty soda at least once in your life. You've even got plastic Tupperwares, plastic plates, cups, and bowls in your homes. Remote controls, computers, TVs, or even the casing of your phone is made up of plastic. And that's why plastics are important. If we use paper bag, then it means we need to cut trees. And cutting trees exterminates the shelters of many species. Whereas plastic bag is not prone to tear, useful in rainy days, and reusable. Recent Foundation study shows that banning of plastic is not necessarily to save the environment. Even according to EPA, or Environmental Protection Agency, that paper bag manufacturing results in 50% more water pollution and 70% more air pollution than plastic bag manufacturing. I therefore conclude that banning plastics is not a solution to save the environment. Instead, we should educate people, not only them but also ourselves, to change our habits in throwing our garbages everywhere, and we should learn how to recycle. Thank you.
Thank you for your remarks, third speaker. Now it's time for the third speaker to ask his questions.
You stated a while ago that plastics are so lightweight. Have you ever think the disadvantages of what will be the effects if a certain plastic has a lightweight? Just answer me yes or no.
So are we all now clear between both sides? Okay, so now we shall hear. Okay, so are we all done now? And now that the speakers have delivered their address, we will now come to the rebuttal. Let us start with the representative of the affirmative side.
Ladies and gentlemen, we should ban plastics that are not recyclable and not biodegradable within the four corners of our school campus. Why should we use those harmful, non-biodegradable plastics if they can be recycled when we can use those biodegradable ones, which we've offered a while ago by my colleague? Yes, there are already biodegradable plastics available in our market today, as said by my colleague. These biodegradable plastics serve as ordinary plastics. They can be used as containers, forks, spoons, knives, cups, plates, bowls, protecting things from being wet in the rain, and such other functions. However, these biodegradable plastics also can be decomposed like paper. In short, what we are trying to say is not all plastics are harmful to the environment, provided that they are used properly. Meaning, of course, the people themselves should play their part and be responsible. Because even if the thing is recyclable, biodegradable or not, if the people and we students are also responsible with our waste and used items, then what is the point of talking about all this stuff? Sustainable disposal of any products requires that its waste return to the earth and are able to biodegrade. Nature biodegrades everything it makes back into basic building blocks so that new living things can be made from the old. Every resource made by nature returns to nature. Plants and animals biodegrade. Even raw crude oil will degrade when exposed to water, air, and the necessary salts. Ladies and gentlemen, nature has perfected this system. We just need to learn how to participate in it. That is why we in the affirmative side strongly adhere to the idea that as a general rule, plastics should be banned within the four corners of our school campus. But there's a big BUT. Recyclable and biodegradable ones should be allowed.
Thank you. Any queries from the negative side or questions about the rebuttal of the affirmative side?
Are you pretty sure that there are some plastics that are not recyclable?
So if they all, you said earlier in your speech that all plastics are recyclable, then okay, much better. If they are all recyclable, then we can recycle them all. But the point is, students and we people are not responsible enough. We throw them out everywhere in this campus. You've seen in the forest, right? There are many garbages that are dumped in there that contains plastics, and we burn them up because we are too tired or too lazy to get rid of them. So what we are saying is we are offering solutions that instead of using those plastics, because sometimes we people are too lazy to recycle them as well. So we should use those plastics that are recyclable, that are biodegradable, that can decompose like paper, which comes in a cheaper price as well.
So now let's hear the rebuttal speech from the negative side.
Many students and vendors here in school rely on the benefits offered by plastics. Plastics is used in food packaging, containers of water, and give us comforts and easy living. So it shouldn't be banned even though it's biodegradable or non-biodegradable, because you're just wasting your time. Banning plastics, instead of banning plastics, we will just use our creativity. Then, just like we have the term in science, the limiting factor in the environment, plastic should not be banned because it is part of the limiting factor in the environment and it is part of our daily competition. That's all, thank you.
So we are now all done for our debate. So let us all give ourselves a round of applause. Now I will turn on the microphone to our teacher, Ma'am Maybell.
Okay, congratulations everyone for the job well done, for the hot interaction that you have presented a while ago. Both sides have presented well their stand about the issue, and the result lies on our judges at the back. So let me take this opportunity to introduce them to you. We have our judges. First, our Head of the Tool and Related Subjects Department, Ma'am Marife Magpulong, Coordinator, Ma'am Ami Reyes. Our Assistant School Principal, Ma'am Jean Lindo, and Ma'am Jean Lindo is also an expert in science. And we have Ma'am Juliet Bitay, the head of the Languages Department. Okay, so before we end up our class, anybody from the audience to say something? Any opinion, idea, or reaction? Yes, Dara.
Morning, everyone. I would just like to congratulate all debaters from affirmative and negative side for defending your side. After my observation, I agree with the negative side because plastics are not just trash. It plays important role in our life, society rather. But because of throwing plastics everywhere, water pollution occurs. But banning of plastics is not the solution. The real solution is to change our habit. We need to segregate and follow the 3 R's, which is the reuse, reduce, and recycle. Thank you.
Thank you, Dara, for that wonderful comment that you have. Any other ideas from the group? Yes, Rainiel.
First of all, I would like to congratulate both negative and affirmative sides. You are both good speakers. Each one of you has your own point, but I was convinced by the negative side, and so I prefer to use plastics because we can make a lot of things by recycling them. Congratulations, and that's all.
Okay, thank you. Who do you think will win in this battle? Okay, it lies on the hands. It lies on the hands of our judges. So, to do the honor of announcing to us the winner, we have Ma'am Jean B. Alindo. So, the winning team will be receiving a certificate of recognition, while the non-winning team will receive a certificate of participation. And one award will be given to the best speaker of this debate. Okay, let us welcome Ma'am Jean Alindo.
Hey, good morning to everyone. So it is a pleasure for all of us that Ma'am Mabel conducted this class debate. So this is in compliance with her course in Semeyo. Okay. Announce the best speaker and the winning team. Okay. So I know that you are all excited. Is it obvious who will be the best speaker? Okay. You are all good speakers, but we anticipate that there is only one best among them. Okay, for the best speaker, we have the first speaker in the affirmative side. Okay, this one will award the certificate for the best speaker. Okay, congratulations also to Ma'am Mabel. Okay, for the winning team, who do you think won the debate this morning? Is it the negative or the affirmative side? Okay, so you all have said that it's the negative side. Okay. As I was listening to the debate, there are good points that I got from both sides in the use of the plastics, no? But unanimously, the judges pointed out, find it out that the winner for this class debate is the affirmative side. Okay, so congratulations. Calling the members of the affirmative side to receive their certificates. Congratulations. Okay, so we also call the members of the other team to receive their certificate of participation. Congratulations for participating. Okay, so we also call Ma'am Judith Bitay to do the feedbacking of this morning's debate.
Everyone, first, let me congratulate Ma'am Mabel Villadosalo. A big hand for Ma'am Mabel. To the affirmative side speakers, let's also give them a big hand. And the negative side. Thank you and congratulations. I'm on the technical side because I know that the three ladies there at the back, they are really on the science and on the mathematics side. So they are all very authorized and they are on the power to give you the who will be the speaker, best speaker, and that. So it was awarded a while. I'm on the technical side. Just give the announcement that Ma'am Charlotte Tizon is having the debate club. So you are encouraged to join the debate club for OCSAT improvement and of course honing your skills, especially we have very good speakers around. And on the reading side, really I appreciated the readers. They are really very good in enunciation and pronunciation. Well-chosen speakers, Ma'am Maybell. But areas for improvement, more skills of the higher order thinking skills. Skills on asking questions. Skills on answering questions. Diba? Have you noticed that? So we still have more rooms for improvement, more books to read. Library is open. I know you have your mobiles, you have your tablet, you have your computers at home. Read. Improve. Thank you and congratulations, Ma'am Maybell.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Jewel. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you, to my dear school heads, for realizing this one, and most especially to you students, my dear students of OCSAT, for the cooperation and for the job well done. Thank you so much and God bless us all. That will be all for today. Goodbye and thank you, class.
Goodbye and thank you, Ma'am.
Goodbye.